Northern Regional Chairman of the opposition National Democratic Congress, Adolf, has accused the governing New Patriotic Party of launching projects without securing proper funding. He specifically criticized Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia for frequently initiating projects without completing them. During his visit to the Lamegweshegu Exhibition Center as part of his tour of the voter exhibition centers, Mr. Ali asked Ghanaians to trust Mahama to deliver on his promises.
The NDC regional chairman visited the Cholong, Saviligu and Kumbungu constituency. He also visited some centers in the Tamale metropolis to assess how the exhibition exercise was taking place and to appeal to his party members to ensure they check for their names. At the Lamashegu Primary Exhibition Center, the Northern Regional Chairman, Adolf, said whilst Ghanaians can trust former President John Dramani Mahama to deliver on his promises, similar cannot be said about Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. He said Ghanaians know what Mr. Mahama is capable of doing, adding that one can never tag the former president as a liar.
We didn't know that the suffering was even going to get to this extent. It's terrible. If 1 cedi to almost 4 cedis, if $1 to almost 4 cedis was incompetence by the then government. So now that it is $1 to almost 16 cedis, $1 to almost 16 cedis, how will you call such a government the most useless government I have ever seen? Very, very useless. This is the first time the dollar has risen that far ever since independence. Unless somebody can prove me wrong. He's not ashamed. And so he has now run away from defending the economy. He has become an ITC specialist in charge of digitalization. That is Bawumia for you. And such a person, he still has the moral courage. If not because he thinks that the longer they are there, the more they will be covering their corrupt activities. Such a person has no moral justification to come out to contest even parliamentary election, let alone president. That is why His Excellency John Dramani Mahama said this type of person, he shouldn't go and sit down and waste his time to debate him.
He said the NDC is taking back all the seats it lost in the previous election.
Northern region, we are very, 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 very ready. We are taking back every seat in the region. We are targeting every seat in the region. The least we are going to win in this region is 14.
Let's discuss this. Let's speak to the communications director of the New Patriotic Party in the Northern region, Yusuf Danjuma. Mr. Yusuf, many thanks for your time. Now, the Northern Regional NDC chair is criticizing Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia for unfinished projects. How do you respond to this?
Good afternoon to you and good afternoon to your viewers and listeners as well. The man spoke out of ignorance. It is very conspicuous for any careful observer to know that the NDC regional chairman was speaking out of ignorance. He's very ignorant about what is happening under this government. And if it is anybody who should be prevented from contesting elections in this country, it should be no less a person than former President John Dramani Mahama. I have challenged the NDC to mention one single road network that John Mahama started and completed in the whole 8 years that the NDC was in power. One road network that they have started and completed.
Mr. Danjuma. It
doesn't exist anywhere.
Yeah, Mr.
You
Danjuma.
understand? And look, if you look at what has been happening under this government in this region.
Mr. Danjuma,
hello?
In the same vein, I'm asking you then to give us at least 3 projects that this government started and completed in your region.
Thank you very much. The vice president under the leadership of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Tamale, the northern regional capital, is having a $34 million 1.1 kilometer interchange, unprecedented in the history of northern region since independence in 1957. Tamale, Yendi, Tatali, Zabusugu Road, the longest road in northern region, 162 kilometers, is virtually complete, 90% complete.
Did you say
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia cut short for the construction of the project, and it is 90% complete.
Right.
It has never happened in the history of Northern Region.
And the last one?
The last one is the second phase of the Tamale International Airport. The NDC visited this region. They came and launched their national campaign. They passed through the Tamale International Airport, $74 million project. Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia came and commissioned it. You understand? Let me give you more. Today, it takes no less than 20 minutes to drive from Karga to Bushegu under the leadership of no less a person than His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. I can go on and on and on. Northern Region is a beneficiary of 7 Agenda 111 projects. None of this project is about 60 or 70%. Almost all of them is about 80 or 90% complete.
Right.
So what is the NDC regional chairman talking about?
Thank you so much. But you did mention that they are at a certain percentage complete and not fully complete. Maybe that's the argument that the regional chairman of the NDC is making?
Yes, it goes to buttress the point that I made earlier on, that if the NDC, under former President Mahama, when they were in power, started some and completed some of these road projects, he won't be talking about uncompleted projects. He's from Saboba. As we speak, the Tamale Wapuli Saboba Road is under construction.
And that's all time will allow us, Mr. Yusuf Danjuma. Thank you so much. And he's the Communications Director of the New Patriotic Party in the Northern Region. Thank you for your time.